Hello, and welcome back to the Silver Dragon channel. I'm your host, Salenvo the Silver Dragon. It's been a long time. A very long time. Almost a year, in fact, since I last produced a video and uploaded it to YouTube. There's a lot of different things I could say, or try to say, or try and make sense of the situation, but the honest truth is, the biggest enemy of me producing videos has always been myself. It's easy to distract yourself, to find any reason to not do something, because you just decide, why you want to do something. You may find it too difficult or challenging, or for some reason you might not like the response other people might think about saying or doing. I'm getting off topic a little bit here. I'm a little bit of a depressive sort, so obviously when it comes down to making videos, I can often get wrapped up in my own thoughts, do my own thing, and eventually lose track of whatever I wanted to actually do. Like, I set forth to make a video and then never actually record it. I set forth to achieve a goal and never actually make it. It's fairly common, actually. This is an effort to try and step out of that momentary footprint and try something a little bit different, and maybe hopefully come back to making videos again. Because I really do want to keep making videos. I really do want to try and make YouTube the thing that I do. But it's hard. It's very hard. I mean, not in the sense that making a video is difficult, but in that it's hard for me to make myself do things that I want to theoretically do. Theoretically speaking, I want to become a YouTuber, but for some reason, it's not particularly because I want to make videos because I find them to be fun to watch, and I tend to have fun making them. But my depression often argues for laziness. That's the problem. And I can definitely say that while I have overcome most of the negative prospects of my depression over the last year, and so on, I still suffer from the bouts of sloth and inability to be functional. That being said, I hope that kind of clears up why the situation is as it is, and why I haven't really been active for a long time. But I'm going to try and change that. I've been struggling with it. Hopefully this will be a breath of life back into an otherwise dead channel. That being said, we're going to start a new series. Something just new, different, unique. It's Stellaris, as you can see. I've been playing Stellaris a bit lately, and I've been having a lot of fun with the various mods, and I mean, like, I played the game once without any mods whatsoever, and then I was like, this is awesome, but it would be more awesome if I put mods in it. So, this is the mods that I have selected. Actually, it might even be better if I just show this in Steam. Maybe I will do that just momentarily, but I've pretty much activated every mod with the exception of about 3 of them. There's Survive Through the Ages, which is basically an advanced start mod. Trait Overhaul, which I was actually starting to make my own mod. I am kind of ambivalent about actually getting around to doing that, because it takes a lot of effort to make a mod. But I really do like the traits in the game, so I kind of wanted to make my own kind of system based on that at some point. And then there's this music pack. I really suggest putting this in if you're getting tired of the bass music in the game, because this one's really pretty good. It was actually pretty satisfying. I don't have it on because it's copyright music, so it would pretty much mess with any kind of copyright shenanigans, and I don't really want to drag any kind of that stuff on my channel if I can help it. So, yeah, that's why that's off. Now, I kind of flew past all the other stuff, and honestly, these names are not very effective in showing what it is I have. So, I'm going to actually show you the actual programs I currently have installed. Or programs. The mods I have installed. So, here they are. One by one, I'll go through them. Betavir's Repeatable Tech Toolkit. Megastructures Requirements. Down you go. Repeatable text for megastructure costs. There's the Survive Through the Ages one. I haven't really tested it out yet. There's Closed Borders for when you're playing a xenophobic kind of playthrough and you don't really want to allow anyone into your territory. Kulan Species Mod. I threw that in there because it added something nifty. There's Better Human Portraits. More AI personalities, species fixes, admiral level skills. I'm not going to say that any of all these mods really is super stable, but as far as I can tell, the worst I've been getting is maybe sometimes stuttering in the late game and slowdowns, but that's pretty much, I guess, to be expected, since I don't have the best computer anymore. It's several years old. I think it's several years old now at this point. I don't know. But anyway, we got Recruit More Curators, Faster Leader Pool Replacement, More Leader Traits with Legendary Leaders, Expanded Stellaris Traditions, Compatibility Version, the Expanded Stellaris Ascension Perks, the Lovecraft Name List, because I like that kind of name list. It was interesting. War Name Variety, no more brawls. I added this because it was just like meh. Might be interesting, might not be. Who knows? One more Till Set, Reworked Planetary Diversity Compatibility Patch. More Till Sets. All enigmatic technologies. I really do like having all of the technologies, so I like to be able to access them in the late game. We have Planet I mean, like, it's probably a little bit unfair for the AI, but I don't care. I've been playing with cheats for the majority of the gameplay, so nah. We got Planet Matters, Improved Planet Modifiers, MEM, ISBS, Balance Compatibility. This is mainly just to make planetary shields not buggy looking in-game. Svafa's Expanded Species Traits, more trait space, no traditional penalty, no tradition penalty. This is supposed to basically remove the tradition penalty from colonies entirely. I mean, that's kind of cheaty, but at the same time, traditions were always kind of slow, so this helps considerably by removing that colony penalty. There's multiple crises, Stellaris, some negative species traits. I like to have a little bit of variety in there, and one of them I use a lot actually, which is the large trait. Free sector draining. This makes sector draining resources from sectors possible without an influence cost, which honestly I haven't really needed because I've been cheating all the time, but I cheat mainly with two things, research and influence administration, but cheat. I'll show in a minute just to show you what it is, but Reese's unofficial patch, I added this because patching bugs is typically a nice thing. Animated synthetics portraits, I'm debating on that one to some degree. Might remove that later. There's like, cause some of the synthetic portraits are like, nah. We got Useful Stations, version 2.0, Citadel included. Mega Structures, let's add some more mega structure options. Squirrel traditions, T1 Ascension perks, and improved vanilla traditions. We have an exploration reworked, so you can auto-explore at the beginning of the game, and the auto-exploration research is improved, is altered to be a little bit more useful, do other things instead of enabling the auto-research. We got Transcendent Ascendance, only the perks. This is more perks for the Ascendancy prospect. We got Stellar Expansion, Strategic Resources, FTL Enhanced, Stellar Expansion itself, of course, and Genetics. The Automated Behavior Adjustment, Ripple Ping, Flags and Emblems and Backgrounds. Most of the extra stuff I've been like, but the other stuff to customize the background is generally nice. There's Epic Explosions. Sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes it does. I'm thinking it might be like specific to certain enemy types, might not explode as awesomely as others, but yeah. And there's Galaxies Unlimited, Subdued Borders. I really do like this. It makes the borders a lot less pronounced in the game. Though in some regards maybe it makes it a little bit harder to see the borders, but it's a matter of preference. In my case, I prefer to be able to see the background a little bit, I guess. Then there's new ship classes, improved ship battles, and balance. This is a compatibility patch, apparently. Yep. There's this new ship classes and more, V6.0. And speed dial, which is really, really handy for just saving time and being less annoying with some of the stuff that I had to deal with regarding hunting down those stations. There's more advanced traits, which adds a few more additional traits to the game. The Epic Music Pack, as I mentioned before. And then there's Avian Variations, Pirate Waves 2, Monster Waves 3. I typically turn off Pirate Waves in the very late game, because after a certain point they just start spawning in gigantic, super huge pirate waves that just don't make sense anymore. And after I seen one of these giant waves spawn in, I'm just like, yeah, after destroying a wave like that, you're like, well, I think the pirates would give up building giant fleets like that from then on. Go small time. After being just utterly obliterated. But yeah. Then there's Abandoned Colony. I don't like abandoning colonies, but I've had to do it at least once already, so I'm keeping that, that's for sure. It's really noteworthy when you have a colony randomly spawned in by an event, and it's caused because of a xenophobe. Fallen Empire is really not wanting you to be near them, and they'll declare war and smash your face in. And apparently when an event decides, you know what, let's put a colony right on that border. No. I mean, I was still on the cooldown before the last war that they had inspired, so I had time to actually use this, but I mean, that's the point. It's it's there. It allows me to book it. It's this colony must go. Wrong place. Don't put down there, no. Okay, reworked planetary diversity. This is really nice. It really kind of breathes a little bit of life into the planetary options you have to choose from. We have Gilly's habitat specializations, Gilly's planet modifiers, makes the things a little bit more interesting on the planets. Improved space battles. Yep. Balance, graphics. We got Flame's science tweaks, which basically helps eliminate the colony penalization from building more instead of building extra colonies. The colonies don't count towards your research penalization, although people still do, and the people actually pay for penalize you more now than they did before to make up for the lack of colony penalization. But that means I can basically plant a whole bunch of colonies, and as long as I keep up with the science facilities, I will make up for the difference in drop on science stuff, which is nice, very nice. Though this does hit you harder but I think it would basically be about the same way the other way as well, when you conquer another empire. There's FTL rebalance. I have this because, meh, I haven't really noticed it that much, if anything. Maybe it's like, it's more subtle than you think, but I think it probably does make a difference. There's better afterburners. This might be a little bit cheaty in some regards, because it makes the afterburners have an evasion bonus, which can actually be better in some regards than the, what are they called again? The enigmatic encoder, was it? Encoder. Because those add like +6 evasion, whereas these add like a percentile. So when you're utilizing these, the smaller ships tend to be more evasive than if you put an encoder on them, versus if you put these on a large ship, they'd be less effective, but the encoder does more. I don't know, it's kind of like a weird balance in that regard, but I mean, I can bring up a Corvette to 100% evasion, so Corvette and drop ships, but 100% evasion doesn't mean much if they still get hit, so I don't know. I don't know how actually unfair that is. It has made the afterburners more worthwhile, though. There's reduced aura graphics. I'm not sure if it actually is needed. I mean, there's 1.6. I haven't really noticed it as much as being a thing to worry about, but maybe it has been helping. Maybe that's why. I don't know. Happiness bar modifier. It just basically adjusts when it turns green and yellow and red to make it more clear. And then there's like Lex Leviathan Events Extended, which has been interesting, that's for sure. Then there's Traits Collection. Trait Collection. This is not the overhaul. I haven't uploaded my mod because it's basically just an amalgamation of all the other mods that are traits right now. But I plan on going through it and completely restructuring and redesigning it so I can more or less get rid of the current trait selections I have, and also have a more unique mod collection and have my own balancing ideas for it. But yeah. Better Gaia worlds. I mean, typically you want your Gaia worlds to be worthwhile, right? So just putting all this effort into making terraforming a Gaia world in the first place, it should be worthwhile, so this helps to improve that. There's the immersive galaxy, planet variety, inhabitable planets, and uninhabitable planets. Well, that's more varietable. It's varietable. More variety to the planets. And there's also planet base. More events mod, as you saw the patch for it. There's the Stellar Cheats mod, which I said I was going to show you. The two mods I've been using, the two modifiers I've been using has been mainly research, and wasn't there Empire? He hasn't arranged it properly to show you what they're lumped under. But it was like research was one that I used, and I also used the administrator one, which basically did like leaders and empire. Yeah, it was influence and unity gain. So I could basically supercharge their administration and research. I'd use those two modifiers, and basically I get super fast research and stuff like this all the time. Of course, I'm not sure if I'm actually going to play with the cheats or not. I may choose to. I may choose not to. I haven't decided yet. You probably would like to see me actually play the game like it was meant to be played in some regards. I mean, it's not like it's going to be that hard, especially considering all the mods and the upper end capacity. And I've actually gotten down to a pretty decent capacity as far as playing a gameplay of sort. It's just my research would be much slower, and I wouldn't get traditions as quickly. Well, anyway, there's the Tet Flag Pack, which adds more flag stuff. Yeah. Yep. Okay, and then we got the Diverse Rooms, which adds more backgrounds for your aliens. I like this. That's a little bit more flavor. There's some dimorphism mods to make it so the alien races have a little bit more variance for their male-female counterparts a little bit. I'd like a little bit more for some of the other creature races as well, maybe like arthropods or other stuff, but it's only mostly mammalian. But I mean, you can expect that from mammalian, and not as much from like bugs. But even some bugs have some dimorphism as well. Anyway, so yeah, that's all the mods that I currently possess and am using. And hopefully that'll help anybody who's looking to make the same kind of mod collection that I'm utilizing right now and in the future. I mean, aside from Trade Overhaul, which I'm not going to be releasing until I finish it. Oh, there is one mod that's not there that I have made myself, actually. That isn't. I have already made it. It's just 4-8 trait rebalance. I have released it. Just so you can know about this, it's under. Okay. Actually, go here and then go to items. Yeah. I made this quick mod. It's super simple. It's just set traits to 4, trait picks to 8. It's what it says on the tin. And oh wow. 30 subscribers, 4 favorites. Wow, what? Huh. Apparently this mod took off quick. I didn't even notice that. Nobody's left a comment, but just super simple mod. Does what it says on the tin. It was something that I wanted because there's so many traits in the thing that I kind of wanted a little bit more, wanted to remain balanced, but I wanted to increase it only so much. So, there you go. How funny. Okay, so, I guess now we'll start with the game. I'll be seeing you just a moment. Alright, we are now in game. There's apparently a little bit of difficulty with my recording program, so it was a little bit difficult for me to actually get it started. But anyway, I've got a pile of races that I've created over a period of time while I was playing the game, and it's some interesting variations on the different races. Some of them don't have descriptions, as you can see. Although I probably should fill out some of them. Yeah. But yeah, I first started with the Cryolithian Empire, as you can see, because it's the lowest one down on the list. And obviously, as you can see, I've been utilizing the large trait on probably a handful of them. I usually pick my negative traits first, so I can have a certain amount of points to achieve the positive ones. And yeah, this is where you can see the amount of trait picks in action and benefits and negatives and stuff. But yeah, each of these different races has some unique ideas behind them. I'm thinking I might play the Zerka Progenitors again for my race choice, and the rest are just ones that I've made in the past. Because I had like a different idea for each one, and I wanted to go nuts with the idea. I mean, this one is kind of... yeah. They're basically the killer robots. It's kind of funny when you run into them. You see like this mad robot order of destroying psycho purification nut jobs. It's like, oh gosh. I haven't really given them a description, and I'm probably not going to. At least not a particularly lengthy one. The same thing kind of goes for the Imperium of Man group. It's like, take on the Imperium of Man, Warhammer 40k, what else do you want? The Kalia Republic was like some weird attempt of my idea of making a, something Cthulhuid-esque, But then I kind of just drifted off in a different direction, as you can see here. I don't know what I was thinking. I just kind of got completely thrown off target there. With the syncretic Frivolca Empire, though, Free Volca, Fremen Vulcan, that's why Frivolca, Freeman Vulcan. I tried to mix up Vulcans and Freeman. So I went absolutely bonkers with the research benefits, because why not? Like, look at this. It's like plus 20%, plus 20%, plus 15%, and army damage, and plus 10% to research speed. I went nuts with the research for this particular group. Pretty good on that regard. There's this Garmian Galactic Union Party. This I was trying to go with a kind of Nazi Germany vibe, but I'm not sure how well I succeeded at that. I don't know. Anyway, I'm getting carried away with these side things. This group, I saw somebody do a kind of video series. They were demonstrating an idea, and I kind of got carried away with it on YouTube, and I made a group based around that idea. But anyway, yeah, like I was saying, we're going to play the Zerka Progenitors. I'm going to take a look at the information here for you. I wrote up a little story. Suka, I know it's a weird name, was the first and the progenitor of all Zura. She named them after the man she loved, Zuran. Notice a little theme here. The last of a dying race on her homeworld. He taught her all about their history, technology, and ideals, which she took to heart. However, when he one day perished from sickness induced by the radioactive landscapes and ruined atmosphere, she vowed to turn back time and space itself to bring him back and prevent the catastrophe from occurring, even if it undid her own existence. From then on, she utilized every asset available to her, including her own unique biology, to reproduce and spread across the world and exploit its remaining infrastructure and technology to pursue her goal. She would need incredible advancements in technology to affect time itself. She would need to research, make friends, and conquer those who would stop her goal. It is undoing her own existence and those of her friends and would not be received well. She developed her own technology and designs based on her needs and reappropriated nuclear weapons to arm herself against those who would stand against her. She developed the wormhole drive and set forth to find the answer to time travel in the universe at large. No technology would be void. It's kind of just weird, I guess, but yeah. The Zerka Progenitors, as a race, I chose this particular option because kind of bug-like, and they're on a tomb world. I chose reptilian names. It's like meh. I don't know. Maybe I should have actually. Honestly, I probably should turn it to more humanoid names, if anything, because I was kind of thinking more of a humanoid race. That was the original one that she fell in love with, but eh. And here's the traits: large, amorphous. The amorphous trait here is mostly just in regards to her large status. Her creature state is actually particularly large, so they usually need bigger buildings, which cost more resources and take longer to build. Then there's wasteful. This is more of the idea behind again, larger state needs larger materials. So I tried to put stuff that made sense for scale in mind. And then very intelligent, conductive membrane. I think this particular trait is OP to the incredibly high level. I mean, decreases ship upkeep by 50%. But I love that trait, because upkeep on ships is generally something I'm always struggling with. So this combined with a bunch of the research options you can do basically means I can almost completely nerf ship upkeep into oblivion, which is awesome. Yeah, a little bit unfair, but I really like this trait. neural network, increased research speed, so again, very intelligent, increased research speed. Parthenogenic is increased growth speed, which offsets the large trait here, because she reproduces asexually. Why do I name her a she if she's asexual? Well, it's more of a personality thing in this regard. But basically, she can produce duplicates of herself, which is how she's a hive mind. She basically has multiple bodies, but all connected to the core essence that is herself. So in a way, I guess you could relate her to the Queen of Blades from Zerg, but not quite as, yeah. And I chose charismatic because she has a goal in mind, and she tends to be very nice to people, despite the fact that her goal ultimately means the undoing of everything that has been done thus far, in terms of the time travel shenanigans. So, she won't tell anybody about it, of course not. But the people that might stand in the way of her goal would probably be those that don't realize anything, but actively dislike, hive minds. They don't trust her as her race, if you will. Which is fine. She expects as much. I mean, she's an alien as far as they're concerned. They don't know what she is up to. How can you know? It's a hive mind. But that's kind of the idea behind it. She's very nice compared to other hive minds, which is why I went with charismatic there. Yeah, there's the settings for... I chose Zur as the ruler title. Zursuka. It's kind of like Caesar in a way, but without the but instead of CZ, it's XUR, Zur. It's also based off Zuran, so again, I'm carrying forth the whole idea there, along with the species name being Zura. A play on the thing. It's like she's a little bit obsessed, if you will, almost yanderish. It's kind of terrifying, but yeah. Anyway, Zuran, the homeworld, and star names. Yes, again, it just is all throughout the entire race. It's Zurka progenitors. It's like Suka is her name, and Zur is the other. Yeah, okay. I'm getting to, yeah. There's a lot of different world options, like a lot, thanks to that mod that I added, like parched, dry, seasonal, wet, drowned, hot, warm, mild, cool, cold. Like a lot of different options in this particular area, but I chose Tomb World because, fits with the story. The plotline for her race is like her lover was the last of a dying race. The Tomb World took him away from her. Yeah. And then we've got the Arthropoid City. I really debated this for a bit. I was kind of thinking going for more mammalian, but I really debated with it, and I was like, I mean, she would have to design her own technology, so inevitably her design prospects would probably carry over more than what the previous race had, even if she learned most of everything from them to begin with. I chose Insatiable Curiosity for the additional research boost, and Subsumed Will for Influence. Influence, really? Hive mind has sharpened its focus and very capable of propagating its will even through the most autonomous... Oh, yeah, that's why. Yeah, okay. I did it more based on the description. Sometimes it's just the thing. Zerka progenitors, the Zircon Empire. And this is the flag information. I chose the star on a planet with a moon, as the background because it's like rebirthing the world that she came from. So this is kind of the idea behind that. Like resetting time. It's kind of a unique prospect. I'm just trying to go for the whole theme here. Then there's missile weapons, as I said, wormhole travel, and of course, I chose the Arthropoid ship design. So yeah. So this is what we're going to be playing for this particular group. And I'm thinking I'm going to play about a 600-star map. It tends to be a fairly reasonable level of stars for a decent game. I will try playing without the cheats, but we'll see how well that goes out. We'll see what happens. I may get tired of the slow research. I really generally prefer having faster research, so there may be a little bit of a... It's kind of unfair, really, to the AI, because the AI can't research that fast, but yeah, whatever. We'll see. We'll see. We're gonna have 3 max fallen empires. If I start out next to a xenophobe empire, no, we'll be starting over again, because the last time I started out next to a xenophobe empire, they declared war on me and immediately crushed my face in. So, I mean, if I start right next to one, of course, it's not fun. It's good for a joke, but it's not fun. So, yeah. I chose about 18 AI empires instead of, like, I originally had it like 24. But I think 18 allows for a lot of AI empire variety. So you get a little bit of the natural generation empires, but you also have the ones that I've added in, that I have locked on there. Because they add for some interesting options there. And I choose to have no advanced AI starts. I like to have all the other empires be about the same level as me, generally when starting out, and then I can put them in the dust as I out-research them. Though the Frivolca Empire may actually out-research me, of all people. Because I've actually made a few empires really geared towards that research thing. So, yeah, but anyway, 1.25 habitable worlds. It has actually been... I used to have it at, like, 1.5, I think? Yeah, I had it 1.5, but I put it down to 1.25 because the habitable worlds is, like... I didn't need as many habitable worlds. Any FTL method. Empire placement is random. Yep. Okay. So, with that, let's begin our new world. Although, given how long this episode has already gone on, it's probably almost been like 30 minutes, so... We'll see. Maybe I'll go 40 minutes for the first episode. Or something like that, 45. We'll see. And so, at the dawn of time, we awoke. Now, this is basically incorrect. It doesn't set the appropriate information there. And this is the NSC features stuff. Basically, it's go in here, click on this, NSC feature menu, spawn system. I like to have all the things, so I'll just go in here and activate all the stuff there. And then close. So I don't need to worry about that anymore. That minus 50% is awesome. Okay. Now, for research, let's see what we have for options, and... Early power production would be pretty good, so we'll get that. Holy crap. Jeez! Oh, man. I mean, when I have the cheat mod active, this is like 1/5 of this capacity. It's like 10 months. Instead of 50, it's like, oh my gosh, it's going to be forever. Bleh. Actually, with that in mind, yeah, we're going to go for all the ones that make research go faster ASAP. Because that's going to be... Whew, boy. Slow. Okay, back on track. Policies and edicts, unrestricted wars, food stockpiling minimum. Minimal orbital bombardment is at full. I don't particularly see myself utilizing that in particularly, but I'll have it unlocked anyway. First contact protocol, peaceful. I don't really see what the difference is here. Cannot attack neutral entities, can attack neutral entities. Huh. Oh, I think I got it. I think I know what that's for now. I had to actually read it to myself to know what the heck that's for. Open borders, yeah, we don't mind if they come through our space. Doesn't matter to us. And here's the Stellar cheats. I still have them in. I'm not going to turn them off. I'm not going to turn the mod off unless I feel like it's no longer actually necessary, but we'll see. This is going to be a lot different from how I normally play, considering I'm going to try and play without the cheats. So, research speed is going to be far slower. Though I guess in how I was playing it before, it was kind of unfair to an extreme, so... Yeah. Okay, what else did I want to do? Oh. Right. Let's go to here. Let's see here. What do we want to clear first? I mean, we have +2 food. That's not bad to start with, but we're going to need more pretty soon, so this would probably be good to clear soon. More power would be more necessary sooner, though, so we'll get that first, then we'll clear that. And I'll save the rest of my resources for now in that regard. Then, let's rename this. Call this Battle Fleet Zoran. Yep. Okay. Let's see here. Oh. Adaptable, eager, fleet logician. That's a pretty good pickup right off the bat for a fleet admiral. Legendary and energy-based weapons. Oh, I should have paid attention. Well, I guess that's fine. I can adjust it when it pops up with the new thing to be explosive. Alright. We're going to want to set the science ship to begin surveying. Looks like we have this planet. This might have resources, minerals on it. The sooner we get that, the better. But otherwise, yeah, survey the system. The sooner I can start putting my resources to building more minerals, getting my minerals up faster would be the better. And I typically like to build a science ship right off the bat. Let's take a look at our local space. Tomb World right off the bat with a 16. That's pretty good. I'd probably want to build a colony ship for that. Yeah. At the bare minimum, that would be a place to send a colony ship to. So, we will build our first colony ship already. Alright. No spaceport modules yet. Not gonna be any for 50 months. Gosh. That's so slow. I already disabled these alerts in previous games because I generally don't care about resource storage being full all that much. Although maybe I should care about it more now, considering my resources are not going to be absurd in some cases. Then again, I don't know. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and re-enable that alert. But inactive buildings, don't care. Because usually I have inactive buildings because I don't have enough people basically being produced to do that kind of shenanigans, so yeah. Alright, that cleans up most of that. Let's see, traditions. Okay, so first tradition group, we're definitely going towards expansion, because usually when I have the administration thing on, I can basically knock out like Foundation or some other things really quickly, really fast, before I even get a colony out there, so colony ship out. So then that would mean that by the time I get to expansion, I can take advantage of it really exceptionally quickly. But since I can't do that now, the extra unity would be actually really handy to pick up early off, as well as the additional population. So I'm probably going to go for expansion as soon as I can. Ugh, 30 months. yeah. Aside from that, producing a person is going to take a long time, so I'm probably going to want to build an Akathon monument whenever I can, but I'm still going to need more minerals, so I think we'll save up now. Yeah, that seems to be about everything. Traditions. I'm just making sure there isn't anything left for my list here. Oh, one thing I should probably do. Auto upgrade. Actually, I don't think it actually matters right now. Because I don't have anything to put on these, and it's not going to really change things all that much if I did, so... Yeah, that's good. Carrying on. We now start the game. No, I do not have the Star Wars mod weapons, or whatever.
Situation log.
So I'm near the center of the galaxy, which means I have a pretty good chance of not being right next to a nasty, horrible, xenophobic fallen empire. A fallen empire, if you start next to one, you may as well just go... If it's a fallen empire and it's a xenophobe, and you start next to it, you may as well just give up. Just say nope. Because one time I started right next to one, and he literally declared war on my face, and on my homeworld, and he said, I'm going to cleanse your homeworld. And it's like, well then, there's not really much I can do about that. There now is there. So yeah. No, that triggers early now because of the mod, I guess. Weeping Ghost Nebula. That's interesting. Huh. A little star in the middle. I think that is one of the systems that got added when I ran through the global NSC menu, triggering that stuff. But yeah. Ah, science ship's done. Should have been paying attention. Let's see here. We're going to recruit a scientist for research stuff. Carefree. No, I think Roamer for survey speed. And Anomaly Fail Risk Careful would be pretty much better. Yeah, we're going to go with this one. Plus, he's younger than this one is. So we're going to go with that. And send him off on his way. Alam Turam. Yeah, I think I might have, should have, kinda, maybe changed the names to more human names. But, whatever. Alright, and then we got the fleet just sitting here being useless for now. Until something actually dangerous shows up. Heading off to another system to begin scouting. Let's see here, where are you going?
Tile blocker cleared.
Ah, very good. That's where I'd like you to go. Tile blocker's cleared, so I can build that as soon as I can. There's a mineral slot. It's +1 mineral. I'd rather save, maybe, some resources and hopefully get a better one. We'll see. Very thoughtful. Let's see that list.
Situation log updated.
So I can scan the stars. Lovely. Alright, let's put that on my map so I can see everything. Wow, that one's far away. I'm gonna have to build a wormhole generator probably here if I want to get a closer view. But we'll wait on that. I mean, in closer view. To get closer so I can scan it. I'll leave that up so I can see the things that I'm to scan later. Alright, let's speed things up a little bit. Because it's starting out, it's going to be a little bit slower than otherwise anyway, so... Not lucky on the minerals, it looks like. I guess we'll send you off then to build a mining station for me then. Okay. Let's actually speed up a little bit more than that, even. I've rarely used 3 times speed in the cheater games that I've been playing before now. Probably because I haven't needed to. Everything's moving fast enough that I tend to be able to keep an eye. Tend to have pretty much a jolly good representation of the situation. So here's our next tomb world. No modifiers whatsoever. Yes, do the research. It's 30%.
System survey complete.
System surveyed. Zeras, fully surveyed. Excellent. Extra research. Nice. Science ship. Yes, go on Auto Explorer, please.
Construction complete.
Mining station. Nice. Alright. Let's go build another mining station over here. Because there is minerals over there. There wasn't really that much in my starting system, which is too bad. Too bad, so sad. Colony ship is almost ready. Diamond in the rough. I could get another free scientist. I'd rather just boost anomaly research speed. So, I don't really want another scientist when I don't plan on building another science ship for a while.
Construction complete.
Alright, colony ship ready. Let's go plant ourselves a colony on Jara. Jara! Jara! Okay. Jara. Jaraha! Jaraha, Jara. This is going to be the naming scheme I'm going to pretty much use for all of my planets. Is just generally name the planet similar to the actual star. This helps when I'm actually needing to find a planet. It's like, it mentioned this planet, so, and that means it's probably at this star. It's relevant to me. Okay, Hask Endek, on board the science vessel Antaram, has found a discovery of Lemkin, the insufferable, undeniable terror of all the insufferable, undeniable, terrible infested hellholes of planets. This world, so overrun by packs of giant arachnids, is the worst. The worst! It seems like madness to even think of setting foot on this world. We heard nighttime hissing coming from the treetops and caverns, of endless thumping sounds as we heard these giant arachnid creatures walk all over our ship. We didn't care if they broke something. We just left this world. Never again. You can tell this was written by an arachnophobe. Still, giant spiders. Not something to be underestimated. Nope, definitely not. Kosh, terraforming discovery, lovely. I probably am speeding through all these when you should probably be able to stop and read them yourself, but at the same time I should be actually reading them myself, because these are interesting. I'm so used to clicking through these really fast, like, oh, I got this resource, I got that resource, blah, 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 blah. I'm not actually reading what we've got here. Like, discovery, floating islands, scientist Hask Endek on board the science... Yep, okay. Fascinating to look at. These islands are so unusual, they defy the conventional logic. It appears some mineral or substance on this world is causing large rocks to float through the air, forming floating islands that hover dozens to sometimes hundreds of feet off the ground. Of the ground? It's supposed to be off. Missing an F there. Anyway.
Colonization in progress.
The first Zura colony! It's like, these are going to rush by so fast. There's going to be so many events. The first Zura colony. Our colony ship has gently touched down at the mouth of a large river delta on one of the several continents that can be found on Jara. Ha. This temperate, forested region will serve as an ideal first landing site. The ship has been permanently converted into an administrative headquarters. The new settlement and its reactor core is in the process of being removed so that it may serve as the colony's temporary power source. Hundreds of small tents and prefab shelters have sprung up around the former starship's massive hull as colonists begin to disembark in large numbers. The first Zur city is on an alien homeworld. A great day for the Zerka progenitors. Okay.
System survey.
Some of these don't really line up as much with my story idea, but meh. Fleet order cancel mining station. Why? What happened to the planet itself served as the resource that you were going to put a mine on. Okay then, well I guess we do need more power income apparently, so go plant one on Lemkin here. And also plant a power plant on this tile here. Leader's gained a level. Another leader has gained a level. Both my scientists are gaining levels. This is wonderful. So, we've already planted our first colony. It's going to take a considerable amount of energy to deal with, but that will in the end be solved soon enough. We'll also build another mining station over there.
Survey complete.
The Ute Empire. I've seen the Ute Empire a lot of times here. They seem to crop up a lot. We've recovered artifacts from an ancient alien civilization on the Lambkin 3. I mean, there is a lot of different variants I've noticed, but I've got the Ute Empire like 5 times out of all the others I've been getting. So, yeah. Our scientists think they inhabited this region of stars roughly 6 million years ago. Based on the age of the artifacts, the aliens called themselves the Ute and appear to have been very large and flat arthropod analogs. It seems a single individual could reach a length of nearly 100 meters as an adult, and it was apparently exceedingly rare for more than 2 or 3 Utes to travel aboard the same starship. Interesting.
Situation log updated.
Actually, I probably should look at that. See, nope, nothing new. Okay. Was wondering if I missed anything. Contact report. Remnants. The Zerka progenitor is abuzz with the news of the alien remnants studied by the... No, this does not apply at all, considering it's, 1, a hive mind, and 2, she would know, because all of her constituent values are, multiple component features. So...
Research complete.
Yeah, whatever. Oh, nanomechanics finished. Has it really already been that long? Or is my research has not gone up, so it has been already about 50 months. Huh. I'm kind of surprised, actually. I think the next one I want to do here is powered exoskeletons. It'll take a lot less time, and it generally is very useful because the extra minerals will help immensely. Plus it unlocks other stuff, so generally a good idea to pick it up now while I can.
System survey
So, science
complete.
facility.
Construction complete.
I can upgrade that. We need resources. Okay, construction queue is done. Yeah, it built its power plant now. And then the next thing I'm going to build is a hydroponics farm. Oh, this might run out because of our power. No, it's not going to. Don't worry. We've got that handled. You are building the thing, right? Yes, you are building another power plant. Okay. In that case, we're going to build the hydroponics then, because that's going to be the next major thing we're going to need. Because we got +2 here, but it's going to be, like, choking soon. Especially once this plant's down. Traditions. 1 month. Excellent. Then I can adopt this and get an extra pop. This will still be about 14 months away, so that's good. Yep. Sorry, I paused the game there for a moment. Expansion. Yes. Now we're going to get extra pop for it. And the very next upgrade will give us increased unity, which we're going to need.
Construction complete.
Yep, do the research on that anomaly. I probably should actually read what it's... A commendable initiative.
Situation
Yes.
log updated.
Pause. A small and otherwise insignificant moon orbiting this gas giant appears to be on a trajectory that will soon result in a collision with its primary. Ah! That one. I don't think we're going to be able to catch it, because none of us are level 3. Actually, if that's the case, leave it be for now. Because I don't think it's going to vanish if I leave it be for now. What? What do you want about? What you want about? There's plenty to see. It lied to me. I cancelled it because that anomaly, if I trigger it and it's like, oh, it's about to crash into the planet, and I don't have a level 3 scientist, I think it might be basically worthless and I'll miss it. and I'd rather that not be the case, so we'll postpone it for now,
Complete.
because I don't want to miss it. Biodiversity, excellent. And now, the next one. I'm definitely going to need more food. That's going to be a hard-hitting subject that I'm going to need to keep tackling as much as possible. Although, getting planetary unification so I can get the extra influence would be nice. Well, I actually don't need it that badly. I probably won't for a while. Yeah, we're going to go for eco simulation. More food. Okay, carrying on. A little world survey. Yes, research complete. Alright. Getting faster research would be good. More power would also be good. And this unlocks advanced wormhole drives, which will be also very good. But I can wait on that, and I'm probably going to have to. So I think actually increased research speed would be the best here, because it will speed everything up. Freaking 15 months. Gosh. Okay. We're going to have to do that. And that basically tells me what I need to do for my research lab. Or for my next research lab that I build, anyway. Because this one is bleh. This one is bleh. That's what that is. This one is bleh. Because this one's going to be an engineering lab. The reason why is the tile is an engineering lab pointer, and this would, if you build an engineering lab on an engineering tile, it gives you that much more than it would otherwise give you. And when you got amplifiers, like percentiles, say like this plus 20%, that does more for it than if I changed it into a different particular science lab for the tile than what the other two would give me. Basically, like, take it as this. If you have a plus 2, and you add it by, let's say it's 10, and you add it up by an additional 20%, that's going to give you 2 points, basically. Whereas if it was 9, it would give you like 1.9 points. You get the gist. And since these work in 0.1 values, I believe, in the end, the result is generally better if you put the actual facility that would take the most advantage of it in place. So, yeah, we're going to be doing that. And since I have the resources, and don't have really much else to exploit for that, actually, wait, let's not do that. Cancel. I would rather get more minerals, so as much as I can, more minerals would be good. So, mining station. We have a new structure for you to advance. Of course, I could be getting these research spots, but I tend to prefer to jump on any resources I can get first, because that'll help me build up faster. And building up faster tends to be very important in the early game. Because it actually just generally better for every case. But yeah. This is going to have to wait until we've done... Until somebody has gone to level 3, we'll have to wait. Alright.
Colony established.
Large. It feels large. But then when you get later in the game, it starts to feel smaller and smaller because you're taking more land. Yeah. Lilies. Lilies.
Construction complete.
Lilies. Holy.
Anomaly found.
Pause. Like most molten worlds, Federico I is covered in streams and seas of lava. However, something is clearly unusual about this particular planet, visible even from orbit. Like the average continental world, around 70% of the planet's surface is covered with liquid, despite its predictions stating the lava should have solidified long ago, as this planet's sun does not provide enough heat to keep its surface in this state. This is that terraforming buff world, I believe. It's the one that'll give you a terraforming buff. Alright. We got plenty of power now. 16. I think the colony finished. Pause. I thought I had it on pause for a second there. Mining station? Why? Oh, it's outside my range. So is that. In that case, just build a mining station. Yes. And here's our new world. Removing these craters and radioactive wastelands and all that are going to be a little bit annoying, but tolerable in the meantime. Let's plant a hydroponics as soon as we have the resources to play with. Alright. And then we'll put you over there as soon as it's built. Exposed core. Oh, it didn't do, I guess it was a research buff, but it wasn't the one that I thought. It wasn't terraforming buff. Almost 40% of the while it is coming from molten planets to have many exit points for magma within the liquid outer core to reach the surface, Federico I seems to have taken this to the next level. I know it's like Federico 1, but I like saying the first instead. I'm not blind to the fact that I'm saying it that way. It's just funny to me. Federico I. Anyway, almost 40% of the planet's surface is exposed outer core, which has resulted in vast seas that provoked the study. I mean, vast seas of magma. It's like super hostile, the first lava world. Minecraft. Probes can easily be launched to explore the center of the planet. Shedding new light on the planetary geology would require costly mining efforts on any other world. This makes Federico I perfect for research efforts. Good to hear. You know, talking so much and my mouth is actually getting a little bit dry. I'm not used to that. I used to talk in circles all day long when doing YouTube videos, and now it's a year later. I get my dry mouth now. I'm gonna need like a cup of water after this. Scientist Torba Dagash, on board of the science vessel Pobkosh, has made an interesting discovery on Federico III-A. This world should have died long ago after the core froze and the magnetic field died, but a massive installation in the planet's core, made by a particularly powerful ancient empire, somehow keeps the core spinning and the magnetic field active. Amazing. Extra science.
Anomaly found.
Yes, do the research. What was the anomaly? This right, BRF is emitting some form of radiation in controlled bursts. Is something trying to communicate with us? Maybe. Gravity crush. Unturam's survey of the asteroid is temporarily halted as a probe is caught by an errant gravitational anomaly. The probe manages to transmit some data before it's brutally crushed by extreme forces that completely dissipate soon after. At least no one got hurt.
Construction complete. Construction complete.
Alright. How about that food? Yes, good. Plant you there. So got a little bit extra food coming out of there. I guess the next thing I might want to do is clear this bomb crater. Since I can't get anything other than more research at this time. Is that 6 full 6? It is a full 6. You know what? I think I'll send you to do that research facility first. Because that will be useful for boosting our physics research, which is going abysmally slow. What was the anomaly? Atmospheric readings from Susa 6 do not match simulated projections. Okay, research it. Administrative AI. That's going to do so much for us. Getting that unlocked. Also getting engineering unlocked. More engineering research would probably be good. Swirling shadows. The immense ragged plains of shadows drift across Susa 6's face. They are cast not by clouds, but by sheets of organic material drifting through the upper layers of the atmosphere, hinged, or rather jointed, to allow for a small degree of articulation. Science Officer Hask Endek is as yet unwilling to say whether these things are flora or fauna. Don't know why I'm slathering all over the place. Or what possible purpose, if any, their elaborate shadow casting might serve. Add Shadowplay modifier to SOSA 6. That's over here. Nice. More research. More researching. Did somebody go to... that was Oh, those are all my scientists in here. I've reached level 2.
System survey complete. Research complete.
Alright. Powered exoskeletons. Yes. And frigates, gel suspended armor, ion thrusters. Let's see here. What do I want to throw in next? You know, faster moving ships is nice, but not actually necessary as much. Yet. Gel suspended armor is generally good for when I get into combat, but I haven't even seen anybody yet. I'm gonna go with frigates. Unlock the next stage of space structure, and maybe I should build myself a... Did I not research... Oh, right! I had it as an early research option, but I chose to do the other thing, because... Yeah, alright. It's not available yet, because I don't have it. Yep. Alright, so in that case, what I want to do next... You're going to produce some more food for me soon. And then we're probably going to want more research. Mining would be nice too, but research I think would be better here. Though it's going to be a while, so maybe I should just save up so I can remove this bomb crater. Or just build more science facilities. You know what, I'm gonna go with that last option. More science facilities. Since these facilities don't require personnel on them to actually make them work, I can just start getting more science now. More science now! I should probably save up some minerals so I can build a wormhole gate over here at Wirtz as well. Wirtz.
Anomaly found. Construction.
There's signs of activity by an ancient precursor found in this hospital rock. Okay, research it. Just gotta talk really fast. Okay. I don't know why I gotta talk really fast, but I gotta talk really fast. Okay. Let's get you over here.
Research complete.
To this place, because we're gonna have you build another one. Curious.
Situation log
Wait,
updated.
a derelict ship? I should have read that. Derelict colony ship. Level 3 or higher again. Oh, there's a level 3. Actually, that would probably mean that this anomaly would be suitable as well. Let's let you finish. We'll tell you to survey that system. Then we're going to have you go do this derelict colony, and then we'll have you go do this world research here. And then you'll go back to normal operations. You, in the meanwhile, I would like you to start doing all these other things as soon as you finish scouring. Actually, you know, just keep going what you're doing, and then I'll tell you to go start scouring all the stars once we've finished our basic scans. Wasteland radiation! Happiness modifier! Doesn't matter. It's like, oh, there's wasteland radiation! Minus 10% happiness! Happiness doesn't matter. I love that. I just love that. Okay. Specialized combat computers. That would be pretty good to get early off. Global energy management. That would also be pretty good to get early off. Fusion power is also good to get early off. These are all pretty good for their own reasons. If I get this, I can start working towards more advanced computation technology. If I get this, I can start getting... Actually, more power would be probably always good. But I got a pretty good setting right now, so I'm going to go with fusion power for the technology unlocks. So that's a pretty good early one to get. And construction ship. Go ahead and build a research station. When you can. Take a look at Zeron real quick. You're still building your thing. Jaraha. Let's start cleaning this bomb crater. That's the very next thing we're going to do. I mean, I could increase my research even faster, but I don't think that's necessary just yet.
System survey
Cascadian world.
complete. System survey complete.
It's going to be a while before I'm able to actually exploit that world, but otherwise, this is fine. Yes, more research, do it. I should probably actually plant a science lab here. Or here. Here would be good. We're gonna plant a science research here. More research. May as well start making most of it. And most of the extra person there should probably just start taking... I mean, I was gonna do it with the mine, but then I'm like, yeah, more research. Discovery, precursor singularity drive. Scientists, how about this world appears to have underground regions resembling laboratories and experimentation facilities, leading to a central room containing an enormous singularity drive that resonates with energy. The automatons within the room seem to take each other apart and reattach the pieces with no discernible pattern. Perhaps there are more worlds like this to be discovered. Amazing! Plus 25 unity. I can get my next thing. Let's get some extra unity from my colonies. Excellent. Now my main structures produce a little bit of unity as a bonus. It'll be great. Okay. Actually, I think we've probably been playing for a little while now. Nothing really in particular has happened yet, but so far so good. So, yeah. Oh, a lovely Cascadian world here. A size 20 with 50% habitability. I could definitely make use of that. This one has only 35%, and I think it's because, yeah, arachnophobia. It's a real serious problem. Yep. But anyway.
Complete.
Echo simulation. Genome mapping. Yes, get that early. Extra growth speed's nice, plus the genetic modifying tree is going to be something we're going to want to go after as soon as we can. Yeah. Okay. So, I guess this is a nice start for a return to the channel. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll be recording, and until next time, Slenvo out.